Well, hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Dee, and today we're going to experiment with a technique that I've been wanting to try, and it involves pages from an old book, a stencil, and some paste with some tools. Okay, I got this book, I don't know, at some maybe homeschool function thing where they were giving away old things. This book was published in 1901. It's very old. It's called The Footprints of Travel, or Footprints of Travel. Or, you know how they used to do this in old titles, Journeying in Many Lands by Maturin M. Ballou. Okay, so I have taken pages out of this book before, and so I have just kind of an area of the book where I think, okay, this could be interesting. This page is talking about the forest of the Yellowstone Park, at least in this paragraph. So I'm just going to tear this out. And yeah, there'll be a rough edge, but we'll trim that up if we want to. And I've got some scratch paper here. I'm going to put my paper down here. And I also have the stencil. Let me show you. This is by the brand Indigo Blue. It's a stencil of wildflower or something. So I don't know if it actually has a title for the stencil, but anyway, I've had this for a little while, and I really like it. Now, excuse me. So I'm going to put this on my book page and try to center it. So I've got the bottom of the stencil towards the end of the last line, and the top of the stencil is toward the top line. So I didn't plan that. It just worked out. So let's see. Okay, now we have this Hero Paste by Hero Arts in gold. Now, the thing about this stuff is it's fun to work with, very true, but it dries out easily. So I have this little square of press and seal that I use to kind of keep it contained, keep the air out. So I have this, I have a couple tools here. I need to decide which one I want to use. I think I'll use this one. And so I'm just going to take this spatula. Now, I do not have this taped down, so I'm going to be careful. So the stencil doesn't shift. So we'll start here and just go over the open areas of the stencil. And, you know, when I have seen other YouTubers apply paste to a stencil, they say do not worry about using too much, because you can scrape off the excess and put it back in the pot. Well, I need to take more advantage of that advice. It doesn't come naturally. So now I'm trying not to get on the outside of the book page, so I need to kind of be careful. And you say, okay, why are you doing this? Well, first of all, I like old books. I find them a little fascinating. And this gives me an opportunity to use them. And I think maybe you could probably figure this out on your own, but the pages to this book, because it's so old, are kind of fragile. So when I have used this before, first of all, I never use glue to adhere the book page to as a layer. I use double-sided tape because it's just easier. And I got a little spot here. And if you use double-sided tape that has a backing, you just tear off the backing, and there you go. You have your glue on there. And if you use, I can't remember if I said this already, but if you use liquid glue, you can see the lines. Wherever you put the glue, you can see it after on the front side. So I don't know if it's because the page is so old or maybe because it's thin. I don't know. Okay, now this is what you want to do when you are finished. You want to scrape off the excess, and then you can put it back in your pot. Okay? Now, something else you need to know is that whatever you put the paste on, you need to put in water right away. So I've got a bucket of water here, and I'm just going to set my tool in there, and I'm going to carefully, are you ready? Oh, you know what? I don't want to forget to do this, because like I said, it dries out quickly, and actually I've had this paste now for a couple years, and it's getting, I'm noticing it's getting a little thicker. So I need to be making more use of this so that I don't waste it before it dries out. Okay, here we go. Now this is kind of cool. This stencil has a little tab that you can use to pull, and so I'm going to do this carefully. And here you go. Now I'm going to put this in water right away because it will dry, and you will not be able to get it off your tools or your stencil. Okay, I don't know from experience because I've always taken the advice of putting it in water right away, but yeah, please do that. Okay, let's see if I can get a close up here. Isn't that cool? I just love that. And this particular paste is gold, as you can see, and it has a little bit of a sheen. So I'm going to go get a couple more examples that I did earlier, so hang on. Okay, I have an example of a book page I put the paste on using a stencil with circles. And so this gives you an idea of something else you can use. And then I have another one where I did the wildflower stencil. Now, if you can see, I wasn't overly careful when I put it on the stencil, and I got these basically three areas that have smudges. And this kind of lifted up a little bit, but you know what? I'm not going to worry about that. It's just, it was just an experiment, but I'll use this. It'll be fun to add it to a card panel and do something with it. So I'll set that off to the side. So let's take one more little glance. Oh, isn't that pretty? I really love that. Now, one thing I like to do when I use these book pages is I look at the words that are on that page, or the subject matter that is on that page, and I think, okay, what stamp or what stencil would go with that? And so because it was talking about a national park, and here you've got some words that talk about larkspur, columbine, harebells, primroses. Well, I thought the wildflower stamp would go well with that theme. So if a person, and this would go definitely, I'm going to keep the paper underneath here as it dries, definitely go on a 5x7 card. Okay, usually I make A2 cards, which are, when they're folded, they are 5.5 by 4 1/4. But for something like this, I would use a 5x7 card blank. Okay, and add a nice sentiment. This could be good for the background of a birthday card, or maybe just a person who loves nature and flowers and such. So anyway, I just wanted to share this with you guys, and I think because I'm starting to try to use the community tab on my channel a little bit, I think when I'm done making a card with this little panel here, I will post it on my community tab. So be looking out for that. And I would think I would be getting that out this week. So, well, harvest is in full throes, and that means Kurt is very busy. And once in a while, I'm busy helping him or making meals for guys who help. So anyway, we're very thankful for the harvest, and it looks like it's going to be a bumper crop this year. We had such a rainy season in Iowa this summer, and it's really reflecting in the grain yield. So anyway, we're really thankful to the Lord for that, and hopefully it won't affect the prices too much. Too much supplies sometimes make the prices go down. Anyway, I hope you guys take care of yourselves and have a good week. And remember, I post videos on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. at Central Standard Time. If you like this video, like it, comment, subscribe, share, all the good things. Take care.